Before we dive into one of the greatest mysteries of our time, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Because what you're about to hear will challenge everything you thought you knew. On March 8th, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, a state-of-the-art Boeing 777, takes off from Kuala Lumpur, heading toward Beijing. It's a routine, overnight flight. The sky is calm. The aircraft is in perfect condition. The crew is experienced and highly regarded. At 1:19 a.m., the pilot transmits the last known message. Good night, Malaysia 370. Nothing unusual, nothing alarming. It's a standard sign-off, a simple phrase that would soon echo through history. Minutes later, the plane simply vanishes. Not from the sky, not from radar. Not from satellite. It disappears from the world, leaving 239 souls unaccounted for, and igniting a mystery that captivates and terrifies us to this day. What happens next is stranger than fiction. Civilian radar, the kind that air traffic controllers rely on, loses the aircraft completely. It's just gone. But military radar, with its more powerful and sensitive tracking capabilities, sees something utterly terrifying. MH370 doesn't just disappear. It makes a sharp, deliberate left turn, cutting back across the Malaysian peninsula. It then veers south, charting a new course into one of the most remote and desolate parts of the Indian Ocean. There was no distress call. No emergency code was transmitted. There was absolutely no explanation for this bizarre maneuver. An airplane the size of a building, weighing hundreds of thousands of pounds, moving unpredictably, silently, as if guided by an invisible hand through the dark of night. Hours after all, contact was lost. Long after the plane should have landed in Beijing, satellites still detected something. Not full data transmissions, not voice communications, but simple handshakes, ghost-like pings. These were automated signals from the aircraft's satellite communication system, essentially telling a satellite, "I'm still here." It was as if the plane was alive, but unreachable. A phantom flying through the darkness. These signals painted a chilling picture. MH370 may have flown for another 6 hours after vanishing from all radar. 6 more hours in the air, with no one on the ground knowing its location or condition. But why? Where was it going? And most importantly, who was in control? The lack of concrete information created a vacuum, and theories rushed in to fill it. Investigators proposed several scenarios, but none of them were fully convincing. The first theory was a catastrophic mechanical failure, but that's almost impossible. A simple failure couldn't create a controlled 180-degree turn and a subsequent multi-hour flight. The plane didn't just fall out of the sky. It was navigated. The second theory was crew hypoxia, a loss of cabin pressure that rendered everyone unconscious. But the precise turns were too deliberate for pilots who weren't in control of their faculties. Someone was flying that plane. This leads to the most disturbing theory: pilot suicide. Yet, there is no solid evidence to support this claim, and the long, meandering flight path doesn't fully match typical pilot suicide profiles. Then there's hijacking, but no group ever took responsibility. And the plan's final destination in the middle of nowhere makes no strategic sense for any terrorist organization. Finally, some suggested a fire or smoke event that forced the pilots to turn back. Yet, the aircraft continued flying perfectly for hours, which seems inconsistent with an uncontrolled fire on board. The deeper the experts looked, the stranger and more unsolvable the mystery became. Then, in July 2015, nearly a year and a half after the disappearance, a piece of wreckage washed ashore on Reunion Island, thousands of miles from the search area. It was a flaperon, a part of the wing, and its serial number confirmed it belonged to MH370. Over the following months, more parts began washing up on the shores of Africa. But this debris didn't solve the mystery. It deepened Italiano. Some pieces had burn marks. Others had strange fractures. And here, as the part that kept investigators awake at night, some of the debris suggested a very high-energy impact, a violent crash into the ocean, but other pieces looked almost gently detached, as if they simply broke off. This presented two contradictory stories from the same plane. It was as if MH370 didn't crash once, but in two different ways at the same time. How could that be possible? Using the satellite pings and debris drift models, experts eventually reconstructed the final, horrifying moments of the flight. MH370 flew into a part of the southern Indian Ocean so remote, so empty, and so vast that it's known as the Seventh Arc. It's a place where even satellites struggle to track anything with precision. The plane flew on for hours until its fuel was finally exhausted. The final descent, based on the data, wasn't a normal landing or a gradual glide. It was believed to be fast and erratic, a spiral dive towards the water below. Some analysts believe that someone might have tried to regain control at the last second, explaining some of the conflicting debris evidence. Others believe the plane simply ran out of fuel and spiraled uncontrollably into the ocean, but nothing truly fits all the evidence. No single theory can account for the deliberate turn, the long silent flight, and the contradictory nature of the wreckage. Nothing. Just when the mystery seemed like it couldn't get any deeper, something happened that fueled a wave of conspiracy theories. Several countries involved in the initial search and investigation, including Malaysia and others with significant military presence in the region, refused to release certain data. We're talking about raw radar logs, military tracking information, and specific satellite data. This secrecy led to an explosion of theories. Was MH370 accidentally shot down during a military exercise? Did the aircraft stray into restricted airspace, prompting a response that officials now want to hide? Was there something or someone on board that made powerful nations panic? Governments officially deny all of these theories, of course, but in a mystery this profound, silence can be louder than words. The unanswered questions continue to haunt the families of the victims and the public. Today, despite the largest and most expensive search in aviation history, the main wreckage of MH370 has never been found. No fuselage, no black boxers, no passengers. An area of the ocean floor larger than many countries has been scanned with advanced sonar, but the plane remains lost. Some experts believe the aircraft is lying 4,000 meters deep, in underwater terrain more rugged and mountainous than the Himalayas. Others have proposed that the search was in the wrong place all along, and that the plane may not be in the southern Indian Ocean at all. The truth, whatever it may be, remains just out of reach, lost in the crushing depths of the sea, just like the plane itself. Flight MH370 is more than a tragedy. It is a wound on modern aviation, a stark and terrifying reminder that even in our age of constant surveillance, satellites, and global connectivity, something as massive as a Boeing 777 can still vanish without a trace. If you want more deep investigations into real mysteries and unexplained events that challenge our understanding of the world, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the truth is still out there.